Okay. Now we should be live. I should.
Okay.
There we go. I don't know what's been going on here. This stuff will go act crazy, so I'm not gonna worry about it. But let me go in here and wait a minute. Let's see. Do I have? Oh yeah. Go in here and give myself a strong one. This is the one last one I threw away.
Oh yeah. Go in
And
here and
turn this off.
give myself.
Got a nice sound check here. Give myself a chat room. This is not a video on Machina. This is a video of me learning Machina. I've learned it a couple of times to put a couple of beats in, but and then I forgot because I haven't. You got to do this stuff every day. If you don't do it every day, you will forget. So I'm just hanging out. Ain't nothing. Just hanging out. Let's see what we can see in the oh, look at this. I have two windows. These OBS, you have to keep an eye on OBS because I would have some windows open and the screens would be old. The screens would be like, this one's up to date, and this window here. I'm gonna move this hard drive around. Yeah, okay, this window's up to date. I got two of the same windows here though. This one should be, I'm gonna make this one, that's the main one. This window should be the one over here on that should actually be, let's see, this window. Alright, I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on my OBS situation. Alright. Okay, let's go and see. Let's see, I'm going to try to get into, I'm going to try and succeed because I can do all things. Machina. Where is it? It was right here. It's not here now. I can go into native access. My stomach's growling too. I've got to get in here making me another smoothie. I'm gonna make me another smoothie. Library. Let's let this. I'm gonna bring this over here. Bring it way over here to this screen way over here, and I'm gonna let it fill up the whole screen. So when I do, I can see it. Machina. There's a way how to find this without going through here. Baby girl. Native access. Machina 2. Where would it be? Sounds. What would it be? I'm looking. I don't know. Samples. Should be a picture of Machina. Machina sounds. No, it's not in here. I don't even. If it's in, it's probably in here. I just don't know how the documents work and all of that. So I just go. All I have to do is go here on the this is what I usually do. I just usually go find Machina within and reopen it. Open it and it opens. I don't know if that's how you're supposed to do it or not. But open and it opens up in there. Always ask for opens. I'm pretty sure if I call Sweetwater, they'd tell me how to bypass the East West Hollywood because it keeps asking for permission to open. Pretty sure if you put it in a folder somewhere it won't do that. So let's you know what, I'm gonna open up another window of let's see, let's drag a YouTube. I'm gonna drag a YouTube over here. Make another YouTube and drag it over here for YouTube College. I'm gonna let's see, drag this one way over here and use this for YouTube College. You know, I have a whole bunch of stuff in here already. Machina, should it say Machina? Yeah, it's Machina 3. how to use everything in contact S1. That's controller. Machina. How to use everything in Machina. MK. Let's see who's this. Oh, this guy is good. This guy is good.
One-stop shop for everything native instruments.
Everything.
Once it's up and running, you can go directly to the Add Serial button and type in your serial.
I don't have to do all of that.
Once you're registered, select the All category in Native Access. This is where you would find your machine software to download. And we would also recommend to download and install the Machine 2 Factory library, which comes with a lot of demo projects, drum kits, and samples to start off with. On top of that, Machine gives...
See how this sounds.
Drum kits and samples to start off with. On top of that, Machine gives...
Okay, that's good. Let me see, it's also a latency here for restream. Restream has latency, it's good. Let me see how loud I can get this. Should this be, let me see, volume. I'm gonna turn it all the way up.
Gives you a license for a complete select, which includes, amongst other things, Prism, Monarch, and Massive. Great instruments, but also necessary to load and drive your machine projects and
You don't need those.
And I would highly recommend to install the Previews library, which is a compilation of sounds that allows you to preview drum kits and synthesizer presets.
I installed everything. Let's see. Yeah, I installed everything. The only thing, I have 4 pianos that I need to call Sweetwater for them to. But it's 4 extra pianos, so I don't have to really worry about that. Sounds, yeah, see, it's like 4 more instruments that have to be located. Not gonna worry about that. Let's also, but I know one thing, let's go contact controller. Where is it? Contact. It's a software contact controller, right? Where would it be? It would be with the keys. My stomach's growling. I want to sign off and come back because I promised myself I'm never going to let my stomach growl, especially when I'm in the studio. It's not a good thing. I can go for hours in here without eating. Contact controller. You know, I think I have to open it up within, I'm going to try something. Let's see. That's right, I didn't even see Native Instruments in here. Oh, I don't have to see Native Instruments in here, do I? Let's see, I forgot how to do that. BC, Native Instruments, Virtual Instruments, I have to go there. These are plug-in, here we go, Contact 7. It's going to open, and then I go, whoops, I put it way down here. Contact 7, there it is. Let's make room for plugins. I'm going to drag this over here. Whoops. Over here, and the first plugin would be now. Let's see. Oh, look, I can surf on my keyboard, and I can surf on my contact right here. Find a banana. Alicia's keys. I saw you. You know, it's easier to look at the whole situation, open it up. Let me see, will it open all? It won't open all the way up. But I can drag it and make it bigger. I can make it bigger and fill up the screen. Close this. And now I can see everything. Or I can go, let me tell you something. I'm going to do a quick search. Piano. I hit enter. I don't know how to do quick search actually. I'm not too good on. Let's see. Oh, I can go here. Piano keys. Okay, all these are piano keys. Alicia keys right up the top. And some new stuff here. Grandeur. Gentleman. That's my. What's it? Grandeur. I used to use that. That was my go-to for years. Now I'm going to be using my Nerve. And I go to Pure. Always grab. Let me see. Is this going to audition? Let me see. I don't have it turned on. I got to figure out how to turn on the audition. How do you do that? The guy said you open it. I'm not gonna worry about it. Just open it up. Just gonna go ahead and open it up. See what it looks like when it opens. Ah, it's just a piano right here. And I have it on Pageo. Let me just put it on regular green. It's playing. And I can put it on the keys. Now to see the nerd, what's the name is not playing. I think I probably have to run that MIDI chord back to it. Yeah, I can browse. And I have all of my colors and everything. I can go in here and change everything. See I don't know if you can see the knobs moving on them. Let me show you what screen I want you to look at so you can. This screen, which one is it? This one here. When I slide it, you'll see the plug-in, right? When I tap on the NER, there it is, piano. Whoops. Open it back up. Double click. Okay. See them little circles down the bottom? I can make those turn from my keyboard. And what if I can do it? If I hit my controller, I can use this to control as reverb, dynamics. I can bank right here. I have everything here right inside here. Resonance. Where's I don't even see it turn. I don't even see resonance. But anyway, I can use the keyboard or the controller. So I'm just going to try to find some YouTube videos. Like I was just watching that guy there. Here, just let him talk.
Without you having to load it, that really speeds up the browsing process immensely. Let's take a quick look at the back of the Maschine MK3 unit. There's the USB port, which I use to connect the machine to my computer. Also very important, the two line out, the stereo here, which is connected to a speaker system or an amp so you can hear something. And on top of that, a headphone connected to the headphone output. Besides these connections, you find these little knobs that allow you to change the volume of your headphones and the speaker levels. So that's all the connections you're going to need for today's tutorial. Let's power on the machine and get started. When opening up the Maschine software for the very first time, it's going to create a user library, a little database, and this may take a couple of moments. Once this is done, I always go to the preferences first with a fresh installation and make sure a couple of things are as I want them. First of all, in the General tab, you find a little option that's called Reload.
Okay, hold on. Preferences. I want to open this up and follow along. Even if you know a software halfway decent, it's good to start from the beginning. Like, I know some piano pupils, not my pupils, but I give them a few tips here and there. Every once in a while, they start from book one. They open up their book one that they learned years ago and start from book one, the first page in book one, and see and go through. They shouldn't stumble. You shouldn't stumble through. But if you already know it, you're good to go. But I'm gonna go ahead and follow this guy. This is already. I see mine's is already highlighted.
Click this because I always like to work on something fresh. If you want to have your last project loaded with every startup, this is the option that you need to click. Next stop is the audio page. Here I make sure that Maschine MK3 is selected. Normally it's the default. If this should not be the case, then make sure to select Maschine MK3.
I'm not using that.
Lastly, on the hardware tab, there is an option which is called Route Main to Headphones. And this allows me to mirror whatever is going on the line out stereos to the headphone signals. So you don't have to switch around between these channels. They're basically working in parallel, which is great.
I didn't see what you said.
I'm going to use this option and click this. In case you ran into any hiccups during the installation, don't worry, we got you problems. If you want to mirror whatever is going on, startup, this is the option that you need to click. Next stop is the audio page. Here I make sure that machine MK3 is selected. Normally it's the default. If this should not be the case, then make sure to select machine MK3. And lastly, on the hardware tab, there is an option which is called route main to headphones. And this allows me to mirror whatever is going on the line out stereos to the headphone signals. So you don't have to switch around between these channels. They are basically working in parallel, which is great. So I'm going to use this option and
close
the preferences.
Close the preferences.
In case you ran into any hiccups during the installation, don't worry, we got you covered. There is more resources to support you. There's a dedicated page with a couple of tips if your machine controller doesn't start up. There's also the machine support wizard that you can access going to our website, clicking on support, going to music production and selecting machine. Here there's a little question and answer tree to help you with installation problems. If you want to dive really deep into machine, I'll invite you to check out the Machine MK3 manual, which is the most extensive source of information on machine. And if there's any more questions,
I think I want to take my camera in the kitchen.
Check out the community at nativeinstruments.com. You can find all the mentioned links in the video description below.
I want to take my camera in the kitchen so you can follow me in there.
In the center of the device, you find 16 velocity-sensitive pads, and they allow you to play drums, synthesizers, and samples in a very natural way, because they react to the strength of your playing. If you ever want to bypass this and have those pads basically putting out constant velocity,
I want to take a camera in the kitchen so that I can
just activate the fixed velocity mode. There is also a third mode called the 16 velocity mode. If you hold down shift and press that same button, a sample will be distributed onto all those pads with different velocity levels. It's really cool for If you ever want to change the level of your fixed velocity mode, press that pad mode button
and you navigate to page number 2, here you find your fixed velocity parameter. And if I bring this to 127, which is my preferred value, all of these pads play out full throttle whenever I touch them. Right next to this, it's the color option, and I can select any sound I want and use this knob to change the color of the pad to one of 16 RGB colors that I can select from a list over here. Very useful if you work with a lot of samples and you want to keep finding your way around. Besides using them to play sounds and samples, those pads can also be used to access different functions in Maschine. Here you would hold down the Shift key and press any of these pads, and you can also see that all these pads are labeled with different functions. We're going to dive into all of those later on. Next to the pads, you'll find the 8 group buttons, and they allow you to navigate through your Maschine project. Each of them contains a different musical element. In a way, they are comparable to audio tracks in your DAW. For example, in Group A, I have a drum kit. Group C has some additional snare rolls. In Group E, I have a monarch that I can play right away. So each of those groups contains up to 16 different sounds, each of those represented by a pad here. And these sounds are like empty vessels that can be filled with anything you want, with a sampler, with an audio plugin, with a synthesizer instrument, and even with effects. And simply select another group bank. If you should ever run into a situation where you need more than 8 groups, just hold down Shift, access another bank, and open up more groups. Let's move up to the 8 capacitive encoders. Each of them is corresponding with a parameter value in the display above. Whenever I play a sound in Maschine, it will be selected and show me its parameters in the display. So I can tweak those things right away. The knobs are also touch sensitive, so some of the options I can just touch one of these knobs and it will pop up a list here. Or in the browser, I can touch one of these knobs and it gives me these tag clouds, which is very, very useful to navigate later on. If you would like to fine-tune one of these parameters, just hold down Shift and move the knob. So it's now going in much smaller increments. And those encoders can also be used to record movements. Let's say I have a little pattern with a hi-hat going on like this here. I simply hold down Auto and start moving the parameter, and all the movements will be recorded into the pattern.
I'm going to set this up so I can hear myself going into the test phantom test. Right here.
Let's take a look at some of the other important functions on the Maschine hardware. Down here, there's the play and record section, which I'll use extensively throughout the tutorial.
Let me see if
you can press the play button to start a pattern.
Let me see.
Right on top.
Let me see if I'm coming through this headphone thing here. Let me see.
Right on top.
Let me see if I think I am. Coming test. Yeah. Headphone thing here. Let me hit this. I think I am. Test. Yeah. Let me hit this. Yeah, it's coming through. Okay, let's get back to. I'm just gonna let this play. I don't know how YouTube works, but I'm doing a review.
Top there's the restart button, which brings me back to the beginning of the pattern.
Let's get back to. I'm just gonna let this play. I don't know how YouTube works, but I'm doing a review.
There's a function lane right in the middle of the controller, and the most important functions for beginners are the select, solo, and mute buttons.
I'm going in the kitchen.
The mute button and press a pad here.
I have my microphone on,
so you playing in the pattern. So let's just mute the cymbals and the hi-hats.
I'm gonna turn this off, and I'm gonna go in the kitchen here, y'all.
Bring them back again by holding down mute.
But it's a Saturday morning with
buttons.
Mr. Piano, I guess, huh, man? You know, I'm gonna let this play soft in the background.
Solo is its counterpart. If I hold down solo and press the hi-hat pad, only the hi-hat will be.
And I'm going to pull my microphone around
until
so you can hear me. Oh, I have the microphone on. I have two microphones.
This will bring up all the other
Let me go
and they will play
put away my
you can
groceries.
Also choose this by pressing that button over here in the display that says all on. During this episode, you saw me tweaking some of the values of my samples. In order to do that, I need to select a sound.
Got a pair of Calvin Klein.
Some situations where I don't want this to be audible. So
let's get out here in the kitchen, y'all.
Hearing this, right? So select allows me to silently select one of these sounds, for example, the hi-hat. Now the hi-hat is selected over here, and I can start changing the parameters again. Very useful.
Here we are in the
Here,
kitchen.
there's the quick edit section, which is very efficient.
You know what? I want to move this camera back some so you can get a better shot. Let me go look and see. I need to turn my monitor around backwards so I can see.
And in that same section, you also find the note repeat button. Whenever you hold it down and press a pad, it will start
I can see.
that same sound.
Yeah, I'm going to spend the rest of the day reviewing Machina.
A touch strip with 4 different functions ranging from pitch and mod wheel actions like keyboard over to effects. But first and foremost, if there's no function selected over here, it shows you a playhead of your pattern. So right now I can see my pattern length shown by the LEDs above the touch strip, and I can also see where the playhead is going. So
I'm going to make that machine a little bit smaller. I mean the YouTube video a little bit smaller.
If you ever lose yourself while working on a project, first check out if the pad mode is selected. Secondly, hit the plugin button once, which is bringing you back home to where all the values and parameters can be tweaked. And in some cases, it might be even necessary to go down to the sound level, because this is where all the synthesizers and samplers and even effects are located inside.
Or usually people say it lives there.
Now I can see my instrument again, this little sampler. When I hit another pad, it will select another sampler. And
okay, I'm in the kitchen. Going in the kitchen while this is playing.
Another great
like I said, I'm gonna make this I'm gonna change myself. One thing I learned from Sarah No Quantize, I call her Sarah No Quantize, is she challenged herself to make beats for, I don't know, a month or something, all day long. When she was at work, she would be on her lunch break. But look here, I haven't seen a ruler. They used to hit our hands with these rulers. They used to mess up people's little kids' fingers too. They used to get them little blood clots on their fingers. One dude, and they had the thick rulers too. I remember one time this teacher told a boy to hold his hand out. She said, "Pow!" He said, "Ah!" He snatched the ruler from the lady, broke it. It was a reflex too. His reflexes kicked in. He snatched the ruler from her, and she was like, she was scared to death. He snatched that ruler, broke it in half, threw it on the ground. She didn't, and I don't know, I don't remember what happened after that, but the whole class was shocked. But you know, that they were disciplined, and it's sort of like the stories you hear about them old nuns. A guy came from a Catholic school at our school. He said, man, he was talking about them nuns. I ain't gonna talk about. My mama said, if you can't say nothing nice about somebody, don't say nothing at all.
Visible on the hardware. So whenever you want to browse samples quickly that you have added to the library,
these big glasses, the glasses don't get clean when they put them down the bottom. Almost ready to wash. Almost ready to let the dishwasher wash. Am I standing up straight? Am I slouching? I'm starting practicing standing up straight.
let's browse some sounds on the hardware.
Pulling my shoulders back.
Is how to navigate inside of the browser.
Yeah, see, this is gonna be a Machina.
Allow you to jump
Today and tomorrow.
Different categories.
All Machina.
The encoder allows me to select any item inside of.
Yeah, I went over to the food bank right across the street.
These encoders to bring up a tag cloud.
And I was down to 2 slices of bread too. I like this. This is actually white bread, but it's enriched flour. Look at these big old cinnamon rolls. Oh boy, I love me some cinnamon. It's white flour too. I got away from white flour for years. I wouldn't use white flour. Let me see if I can fill up my dishwasher.
Loading up existing projects can be very, very useful if you
want I had a cup. No, well, I put it here. This ain't dirty. Saying it's not dirty. My parents, my father used to never say that dishes get dirty because it's not dirt, it's food. Well, we were raised, you know, with family morals, traditions, had a tight family bond. We like board games. We played a lot of board games, Monopoly, Chinese checkers. We had a shelf full of games. Let's see. I might as well let the dishwasher run. Got enough in here. This is not dishwasher. They say this is for laundry, but it works good in the dishwasher. The dishes, the glasses come out pretty clean. Like I said, this is going to be a day of me. You know what? I should clean the ice box. I never did eat these bagels. I wonder if you can make dough. I wonder if I can make dough out of those bagels and catch some carp. I was going to dry these oranges out and try to use them for a mint or something. Make a flavor, you know. See if the will work or something. You know what I mean?
Now you've learned how to load projects from the library. When you want to start your simply hit the file button once.
The farmers market, the farmers donate vegetables also. Should ask my neighbor if she wants a cauliflower. Lady said the big old cauliflower. Oh, mushrooms. Say these for breakfast tomorrow. I dropped half of my I was dropping half of my blackberries. I dropped like 3 blackberries out there. I love these orange peppers, bell peppers, zucchini, and a big old, what's this? Oh, it's big old zucchini. And a bunch of mushrooms.
It will audition all the kids right away with a little demo pattern.
I like these kind of mushrooms too. I wouldn't have bought these. These cost more than the average mushroom.
Alright, I really like the fresh.
It's not the cheap mushrooms.
Before I load it, I make sure.
And we had the greens. Big old this is you know what, I shouldn't have got this. This is some kind of something you cook. But it didn't come out last time I tried to cook, it didn't come out good. I might try to put it over here on my hydroponics. I shouldn't have got that. I should put it on my neighbor's door.
I want to create something new from scratch. So I'm going to show
you
to erase sound.
Got what are these?
Hold down shift.
I forgot kale.
Tap a pad.
Big old thing of kale. Oh, and this is I'm gonna try to put this as oregano. I'm gonna try to put this in my. Try to root it. Put it in a little glass of water. See if it'll root. And blackberries for tomorrow. Blackberries for tomorrow's smoothie. I dropped about 3 of them. Fell out. After that, I just dropped the blueberries in my bag. Drop everything in a plastic bag. I can use these in a smoothie tomorrow. Let these rinse.
Furry kit, yeah.
And these, like I said, these are,
The glitch coast.
this is basil. I'm gonna try to put these in the
And this
just
is really
sprout them,
knocking.
see if they
So
grow.
we cross-pollinated 2 drum kits with each other and came up with something completely new and fresh here out of the box.
Go over here, go
To proceed with my track,
over here to the window.
new blank group. And this time, I'll be loading a
The apartment,
sound
it's not that big.
slide.
I'm happy with it. I'm thankful.
Over to the
I'm gonna
sound.
put this in the water.
A machine
See if
is
it'll
something very
sprout.
special. It's like an empty vessel which can host samplers.
I don't know if I should have got those
instruments, and
those
a
greens.
limited number of effects. You can save this
I don't know if I'm
all
gonna be able to do anything with them.
for later use.
I don't know if my neighbor might want them. I don't know if she even know what they are. But there's some in here. Some of it look like I can root it. Here's one here. This one has let me see. Look through it. See if I can find some of it that look like I can root. This one here, I can root. This one here has some baby young sprouts on it. This one here, I want to stick those in the hydroponics. And this one here.
Over to the loops category. Loops are a little bit special in a way.
I'm gonna stick these in the hydroponics.
They will automatically adapt and sync to
This kale look nice and fresh, man.
which is really cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna put these in the hydroponics. See if they root before they die, but root before they wilt.
Loops that complement
See if they will root before they wilt. I have all my. I kept the curtains closed today to keep the heat outdoors.
another pad by
I'm gonna stick these in the
pressing pad number 2.
down here in the
The browser stays
hydroponics. See, I see my herbs.
so I can go to the next.
They didn't die, but nah, they didn't.
There's more
The herbs didn't catch root. Got a whole bunch of herbs here.
So this one and
They didn't root.
pad number 3. Sound
No.
guys, one.
Bunch of herbs didn't root.
Loops playing on top of each other in perfect sync to your song.
Woo!
To wrap up this
Got a whole bunch of herbs I stuck in there. They didn't root. They just dried up, but
from the library.
they didn't dry all the way up.
Shots category
I'm gonna
here, and one
put
shot
these
samples,
here,
in essence, they are
and
individual samples.
I got to put those inside the little contain. I crumble those up and have fresh
Minor sounds that are
fresh herbs.
for quite some time.
You know, I have fresh herbs. I put them inside these containers here.
Press mute. This will
Takes a little patience to get that done.
sound from-
Oh, let me finish sticking my
Now we're gonna
plants
see
in the hydroponics.
samples. I'm looking for vocals, so
They might
I'm gonna use
might grow. Who
this
knows?
tag cloud here to enter the vocal category and all of
Each
the
one down in here.
vocal samples. And I can
Each
just
one
pick
has
up
its
the
own little.
and
I have 2, 4, 6 of these 6 hydroponic thingies.
If you don't like any of the sounds that you recently programmed and loaded up here, you can simply erase them by holding Shift and Erase at the same time and pressing the corresponding.
I don't see how good that's going to go in a couple of days.
This is gonna erase all my one-shot samples and also the loops I
Uh,
loaded up earlier. If you want
It's
to
a
get
constant
rid of
drip.
the loop instead, it's the exact same key combo. Hold down Shift and Erase, and now press the corresponding group button.
my drums. My drums are over here in the corner here. This is my PC88. It's still inside the case.
And you can do this in the software by
I can program that.
on the kit
And this is the living room studio.
as are safe with samples.
This is my
Samples in case you used some own material.
fig tree. When I got this, I cut it all the way down to a nub. And I even had to throw away the dirt because the dirt was infested with bugs.
Library.
Some kind of infestation. So I had to throw away the soil. What's that way down there?
And create your first pattern in Machine. It's good to
I don't even recognize my own apartment. Oh, I see. It's
hold down Shift and press that little tab /
Wait a minute.
control button down here. And
It's a
once
mirror.
it's lit and
Oh, it's a mirror.
you can
I'm
hear
looking in this mirror, trying to figure out why I'm seeing a double. Boy, I'm real smart, ain't I, man? Huh, man? Real smart. But I don't know what to do with these.
As I tap it rhythmically, Machine
I don't know what to do with these. Here's another big one.
applies it directly.
I want to take that, put that in the hydroponics
If I
too.
already know
I want to put all these in there.
that I wanna go to,
See how good they
just
do
press the
grow.
tempo button in the quick
See if it,
section over here, and the 4D
Since I'm not gonna cook 'em.
my tempo knob, and I can bring the song tempo to any tempo I want.
Take all these in the hydroponics.
Shift, I can even go in fine increments, so I can land
Take this in one by
exactly
itself.
140 BPM.
It's like I said, it's 6 of these
For the measurements,
little
you can find in the settings menu
hydroponic
under
water
tab.
thingies.
Knob 1 again allows you to activate and deactivate
Put a sticker
the
down in here.
metronome. Knob 2 to change its volume. Really useful for a lot of recording situations, especially when you do vocal recordings. There are 3 parameters to
Let's see.
change the time signature. Of
Some over
your
there.
metronome. And
Some
knob
over
4
here.
activates the
It's
alt
just enough for to get
for the metronome.
water to be dripping on the
I hit
on the
record button, the metronome
stem,
automatically starts
order for it not to dry out.
so I don't
Hopefully
have to
it'll-
do these 2 things
it'll
once
root.
you try it. Number 5 is allowing you to change the
And,
rate of the count in.
see any-
and the
what else I have in
countdown
the
is
bag?
more of a countdown. Let's say you put it to 2
See what else I
bars,
have
I
in
just
there.
set it right here. It would wait 8 hits.
Anything else?
after you
Cabbage.
hit the recording button here on Machine until
I have
you
another
know
cabbage. I
the
should get this one. This one to my neighbor.
This way you're gonna always land
I have 2
perfectly
cabbages.
opposite of your beat whenever you record a pattern in Machine.
And
Machine also
this would be for my breakfast when I do my eggs and
every
onions.
pattern that you
This will go with my
record
onions.
perfectly cropped to its perfect length.
Here's a thing in here trying to go. I'm gonna put this in. I'm gonna put this in a smoothie tomorrow.
Of your upcoming pattern. Hold the record button for a
And
moment, and this will bring
I need to go get some
Compare menu where you can select
pig knuckles or something to go with these greens.
and again activate the metronome right here. But I'm gonna use the auto length feature. This is how I roll. To start the recording, including the count in, I hold down Shift and press record once.
Yeah, these came out of a real garden. They had their own garden back there. I don't know what they are. Some kind of greens.
Now, in order to see the notes that I just recorded, I hit the events
Like I said, I have my
button.
mushrooms for tomorrow
Hold
to go with my eggs and
Knob 5 and
that
6 allow me
bell
to
pepper and
zoom
onions
in and out, as well as
and
navigate
blueberries for
within
smoothie
my
tomorrow.
view. Once you recorded the pattern right here, you can
And
Shift and press pad 1 to undo.
We have a big
You should
old
realize that you actually liked it.
for tomorrow, tonight. I might want to eat some of this now. Oh shoot, I gotta go to the store and get some silk. I don't have any.
Step redo functions.
I don't drink milk. I drink like the almond
Last of the
almond
notes
silk.
that you recorded. Let me do a little example here. Pressing step undo. will
We go over to the
remove
store.
that last note. Oh, let me do one more.
Get some.
It's gone. Let me bring those back. Redo and
I
redo.
should wait and go tomorrow and go to the Aldi's, the discount place.
Another
Save a
option to
penny
erase
pinch.
the whole content at
Save a
once
plenty
is
pinch.
to use the clear.
Cauliflower.
Hold down Shift
Have 2 cauliflowers.
to clear the whole pattern at once.
And some beets.
Back, undo. Here the pattern is again. Lastly,
I should have made some more tea.
more advanced way of
I'm gonna boil some more
erasing
tea
notes
just in case for
while
tonight.
playing. So let me bring
In
back
case I don't have enough to.
Let's say I want to
I'm still in
that clap. Hold down erase.
I'm still in.
Hold
Uh,
down the pad, which is actually playing that clap at the same
Detoxing.
time. While I'm doing this in combination,
Cannabis.
play marker up
Gonna
here
make some tea for
will turn
tonight.
into a little eraser.
Cause I don't
Allows me to erase
want a
all the
milk wagon.
play marker. Let's make an example. Hold the clap. And there you go. The clap is gone. Of course.
And a guy told me make sure when you put the butter in, make sure it's salt-free butter.
If you want to learn more about note editing, check out the Ultimate Machine.
Make sure the butter is salt-free.
By Jeff Gibbons. It's a great source of information on this topic, and we linked it in the video description below. Now, in this pattern right here, there are still some notes which are not precisely on the
little bit of
it becomes really obvious
tea,
if I bring in the metronome for a second.
tea bags. Got these from my thrift store. Fancy. A Taizu.
For example, this drum hit
Taizu tea bag.
And this one here is a little bit too late in reference to the grid lines. If I hold down shift and press pad number 5, it will move those notes.
I filtered my water yesterday all day long.
Instead.
So I'm going to boil this cannabis.
I would recommend to roll with
I should fix some breakfast too. I haven't had breakfast yet.
If you are quantizing a lot, head over to the settings and on
I'm going to use my cast iron frying pan.
to turn on the
I very seldom use that.
recording, so all the notes you record
Cast iron.
perfectly into your pattern. Machine usually quantizes everything onto a 16th node grid. In case you want to change this, you hold down shift and press the button on top which says
Cast iron,
This
frying
opens up
pan.
and here you can select from 3 different grids.
Here's how I do this.
For the quantization is called step.
Grab an onion.
Pads are interacting with
That one, these onions trying to go on me.
display above, and we can see that there are 15 different note divisions.
Onions trying to go.
From alongside pad 16, which says
Plenty of bread. Make me some. Oh man, I want to get some cold cuts. Make me some cold cut sandwiches.
Without any quantization at all. Hitting the off button again.
I broke this knife with a hammer. I don't know what I was doing banging on it. I was trying to cut something that was real hard, and I took my hammer and tried to bang it through and broke the blade. Super glued it back together though.
As long as you hold down
I want to throw these onions in here and let them burn. Hopefully I don't let them burn good.
Swing, and you can also
stand up straight.
In the display above, right here. This also works for individual sounds. The only difference, you would hold down a pad over here and then dial in the swing for that specific sound. Now it's about time for more pattern variations. And the first thing I'm going to do is hold down the pattern button once.
Right.
And introduce you to
onions in here like this. Throw them in there.
You see your pattern inside
a little bit of pepper garlic.
On the right-hand side, you will
and a little bit of goyo
of all the patterns
seasoning.
inside your group.
And I got
One pattern
fresh herbs right here.
and by the pad which
Fresh
is
herbs.
If I
Forgot, I don't know what kind they are.
It will deactivate the pattern, so nothing is
They're fresh, that's for sure.
I can activate it again and bring it back again. Now to duplicate
And I might make an
the pattern,
early day of the day.
another slot to keep the
Might put a little bit of, no, I'm not going to put no cannabis in here.
I'm gonna hit 4.
I usually, sometimes I cook with it.
That pattern, and it
Helps
will
me
create
rest after the day is over.
a new pattern shown by this little field over here, and also pattern
Found a
is
lid.
now lit.
Do I have a lid at the top?
That pattern. This means that the length
Poplar.
of the pattern will be
It's in a
doubled.
dishwasher.
Pressing the button double one time will extend that.
Oh,
pattern
yeah, it's
to
all-
4 bars instead of
It
4
is
bars. You can
laundry.
also press that
I can tell
button
it's laundry
as often as I want to,
detergent.
and it would just double and double.
But it
and double.
rinses clean.
So I have a second pattern going on, which is twice as long. And I'm going to use this pattern to create a variation because I will add some more hi-hats on top.
Am I standing up straight?
And once I'm starting to get in the flow, I just keep on duplicating the patterns and add sounds. Let's stop this for a second and make sure you really understand what's going on here. I hold down the pattern button again.
Okay, it's frying pan, turn the oven up a little hot. Stove top.
I can not only deactivate those, but I can also switch
Is it getting hot?
between them.
It's red. Let that cook. Onions brown. Put my sausages in last. Sausages that I have is fast cooking sausage. And this would be for like, I might eat this tomorrow night. I mean tonight. It's nothing but sugar. It says enriched unbleached flour. Enriched unbleached wheat flour. Wheat flour. And so, and then some other stuff you got to go to college to learn.
Different presets.
But
find the tempo of my
I'm gonna put my
let's say
potatoes
1/16 is selected and I hold down
the frying pan. Let them.
it will
But you know what? To
hi-hat in a 1/16 pattern.
take the skin off these potatoes.
I can also bring it down to let's say 1.
Peel the skin.
Please note that you can
These potatoes are
tempo
boiled
for each of these
already,
preset
so they
slots.
won't take a lot to cook. They already
for the
cooked.
first slot, but I could also bring it
I
down
just
to
want to
the
brown them
first
if I
slot
can
here,
in this
or
frying pan.
split or dotted values. So I can come up with a combination of values that work.
Few
really
potatoes
nicely
in
with
there,
each other, and
hash
also
browns and
shift and jump between them.
Sausage, eggs. Oh, I don't have any marmalade. Need to get some marmalade, some preserves.
Now I got my 4 patterns to work with, and it's time for a little
Oops.
recap. In the
Shoot.
pattern menu, which I'm going to also pin right now, I'll be finding all the patterns that I created during my session. And of course I can switch between them.
Potato fell down in the garbage disposal.
Or modify them using the double function up here.
And you guys watching the
Just taking that pattern and putting it on a new slot,
native
so I can come up with variations.
Machina video in the other
Now,
room.
let me tell you that there is another way of duplicating.
I think I want to try to get comfortable in the
machine. If you
bedroom
hold down
studio.
the duplicate button
The
right
bedroom
now,
studio is so that if I get tired, I can just lay down.
start
There's an air
duplicating
mattress in
and
there.
bring me somewhere. And
One more tater.
pad next to it, and another one, and another one, and another one. And you see that it's actually copying that pattern to all the pads that I just.
Oh, it's
So
smelling.
I can come up with a lot
This is
of
how it used to smell in my neighborhood on Saturday morning.
If you should ever want to get rid of
Everybody's watching cartoons.
hold down erase,
Somebody be in the
touch
kitchen
pad,
frying sausage and eggs,
and this will
onions,
remove the pattern.
smelling up the place. Sometimes fried fish on Saturday morning.
The pattern menu is great if you want to move on quickly. If you record stuff, if you want to erase patterns again and duplicate them.
Save these potatoes for tomorrow breakfast.
Open up the
Potatoes.
view. Here's where you can also see your 4 patterns again, but this time structured a little different.
I'm gonna pull 2 eggs out, had them ready.
This little encoder to jump between them as well.
Slice of cheese. Where's the cheese?
Talking about clips in Ideas View, I would say this is the perfect spot to move over to the software and take a look on how all of
Stand
these
up straight.
functions that you've just learned about
Practicing
are
stand up
accessed
straight. I've been a slouch my whole life.
Here you can
Finding
choose
out
to
the
rename all the patterns that
posture, it does come back and bite you.
typing
You can't be a slouch your whole life and
Next to this, you'll find a little
not
arrow
bother your back and arms
that
and
brings up a visual
rotator
representation
disc,
of your machine pads. And here's
shoulder
where you find
rotator.
your patterns again, and
Impingement.
Clicking on one of these patterns brings up the context menu where you find the double, duplicate, and
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and throw a couple of these mushrooms in here too. I forgot about those.
and delete patterns directly by clicking on the little X.
Throw a couple of mushrooms in here for good measure.
Also includes the ideas view. If you should see the timeline over here, the arranger timeline, simply click that.
I'm cooking with a cast iron
idea
frying pan.
where you can see
Oh, something smelling, burning up a storm here.
the screen here.
Big old mushrooms.
But please note that if you hold down Option or
Should have sliced them on there. Boy, these knives, I done dulled them.
you can start
Brand new knives, they should be sharp.
right away inside of this column, and also delete them with the delete key of your keyboard.
Let's see if I can't pick this frying pan up like you
Adding elements to your
do the other ones.
machines
The handle. This thing is hot. We'll get how I want it.
Up until
Shake
now,
it up.
I was mostly using the pad modes to record all my drum sounds.
Yeah, my shoulder. This shoulder is
I can select
a lot better than it was. There's a lot of simple exercises for that. You want to keep these, well, go on YouTube and look it up. I'm not an expert there. I'll stay in my own field. I'm going to be a jack of all trades, master of all trades.
Once keyboard mode is active, the software also looks a little.
I'm going to be a master of all
The
trades.
selected sound will expand into a piano roll view. And
Okay.
there's also a talk
Let
that
these
allows you to go back and forth
save the sausages for last, because that's,
keyboard mode.
I want the frying pan to be real hot when I throw the sausage in, so I can sear it on both sides. I want my sausages to be
You'll find
brown.
this keyboard range, which is written down with
Okay.
names.
I'm gonna turn the fire down a little bit
Transpose
on
the
this.
keyboard range up and down.
And let's go back in here and go back into the, I want to leave this out here.
Or change it by semitones.
Leave this out here.
Now, guess what? Keyboard mode has been
And
heavily
let's go in the
inspired
studio.
by Traditional
Back in the studio.
keyboards.
Studio. Still got these lights on. I love these row lights too.
Your machine setup,
Back in the studio.
like
I don't have anything to drink.
just seen in action.
Did I have any more of those?
Back and forth between pad and
I had some
keyboard.
yogurt stuff. I drank them all.
Stay in pad mode and have the keyboard
I don't have anything to
from
drink.
your machine playing your melodies like this.
I want to drink a little bit of my cannabis tea, just a little.
Whatever sound I select in
Just
my
a
pad
little
mode, like this clap over
bit.
here,
So I'm going
play
to actually get ready to call it a.
keys right away.
Where's my little teeny glass? It's in the wash machine.
That works even with hi-hats.
I use one of my
Basically any other sound with
coffee
the
mugs.
kit.
Just a little bit of cannabis tea. I'm going to knock off an early
The
day.
advantage of using machine's keyboard mode is that
Just
you
a
can
little.
dial into a scale
Just
right
a
from the
little bit.
controller itself.
Turn the fire down some more. This is going to be a slow
You can
cook.
simply change the
I love my
chroma
cast iron. I need to keep my
major scale
pot holder here so I won't pick up this
or a minor one.
hot cast iron.
Even bluesy scales are in here.
Oh yeah. Oh, smelling good with them
And for my
mushrooms
next
up in there too.
I'm going to use a Japanese scale.
Mushrooms up in there. Potatoes. When I come back, I'm gonna put the sausage in there. Save the eggs. The cheese go fast. Let's get in the studio, see what's happening up in here.
Now let's take it up a notch and add some harmonies. This is where
That's a long video, man. He says everything you need to know.
Played by Massive X, and once I activate chords mode, you will hear that it now plays 2 notes instead of only 1. This is because the harmonizer is already active. This is the function of chords mode, so you can harmonize any note that you play with a chord type that you can choose here in this list. So for example, I want to have a minor chord built on an A.
Yeah, need to watch this. I'm getting tired. Haven't did anything today. I don't even know where you guys were. Let's see how far we're almost at the end here. This is like extra tips and tricks. I'm tired, y'all. What time is it? Is it my whole day? What time? It's at 3. It's almost 3:30. Got a lot to do. On Saturdays, I just get my groceries, and I go live, come back in, turn my fan on in here. It's getting kind of low. Circulation. Bedroom studio. I told you the bedroom studio. Nothing. TMI. Am I giving too much information? But this is a part of one of the days in the life of a. So I'm gonna use this machine. Test. Oh shoot! My microphone went off. Did my mic go off? Did my microphone go off? Let's see. Test. Oh no, that's the microphone right there. I'm hungry now. I think I'm going to put a little cannabis in my breakfast so that I'm calling it an early day. I need to run over to the store though. Something I gotta get. A few things. But you see what I'm going to be doing? I'm going to be learning Machina. Kind of burnt myself out today. I was supposed to just be starting the day. But you know what I said? I said I was going to relax for the whole day and don't start working till 5 o'clock. Pace myself through the day and then go to... I used to have to catch the subway and go all the way to school. And I had 4 hours of school once a week. 4 hours. A couple of times I had to go more than like every day, I think. But the teacher let me break down the courses into one course at a time. Take one course, finish that course, and then take another course. You know, in college you take like 8, 9 different courses at the same time. He let me take one course and then finish that and come back and do the others. But piano. And the Machina is up and running with this. The only thing, I think I need to run the MIDI cord back around here to the NOR to my... I'm going to unplug this and see if I can plug it into the back of the keyboard to see if... Because this should be playing too, but it's not. But MIDI, I can just run the MIDI cord. Plug it in the back jack. Let's see, MIDI. What am I gonna do with this? This is Mayweather. I was using this to put down a little cover. I like him. I like him. I like Mike Tyson. I don't have anything against any of the other ones like Sugar Ray Leonard. He's a nice person, but I prefer. I can't tell. Let me see. Black out. Black is out, so let me see. I'm gonna put it in here and see if it'll play. There it is. And if I plug in the out, I should be able to play both of them. I should be able to play. No, that's backwards. Let me see what happens when I unplug it. Whoops. left like it was, huh, man? Plug in. It was doing something. I'm going to turn it off, turn it back on. Well, it was working a minute ago. I just second guessed myself. For the piano, Phantom is working. And I'm just wanting to smell some frying pan too, man. Skip. Load. Let's see something. I'll open up NER. Okay. Opening. It's not loaded. Gotta reload it. Library. NER. Piano. Is that it? And I should be able to bank down, but it's not. Just gonna grab this. Pure. Okay. Okay. There it is. But it's not playing back from here. I'm not gonna worry about. I'll figure that out later. For now, I'm gonna be playing piano. And this, like I said, this is gonna go on my lap. The keyboard's gonna go on my lap. Oh, let me go. You know what I need to do? I need to go pay Amazon. It's like $3 I owe them for something. Ooh, it's smelling. I smell that frying pan. I turned the fire down. Ooh, it's smelling like. I hate to say because it's people who take things are racial. Smell like the neighborhood I grew up in as a child on a Saturday morning. Orders. Here it is right here. Track arrived today. I thought I still owe $3 or something on this. Now arriving Tuesday. I need to finish paying for this, I think. View order details. It's all paid for. I still owe. It's in the red. Payment. Continue. I think I need to turn TMI, too much information. Thank you. New payment information. I still owe $3.18. I think I need to turn my card on. Let's see, how's this work? I think I need to turn my card on for a second while this goes in. But I hope everybody is having a nice Saturday. Change payment. There. I think I just need to turn the card on while this is going in. Turn the card on. Yes. Don't want to turn on. There it's on. Okay. Continue. Payment has been updated. Leave it on for a minute or two, because I should be able to get the my
should email me saying that it's been updated. I'll leave it on for a minute. I keep turning it off because I'm on a shoestring budget. But if you want to make a donation, I won't have to worry about that. Any donation is, no donation is too small except for the one that you don't make. And I don't see my don't worry about it. If you want to donate, you email me or leave something in the comments and I'll get it to you. I don't use Patreon. But peace and love. Let's turn this, make sure one last sound check. And I'm out. Whoa. Test 1, 2. Yeah, I hear you. Peace and love, peace and hair grease, peace and roast beef, peace and roast grief, live long, prosper. Just run back out in the kitchen. And we'll go back out in the kitchen, sign off and out there. Peace and love, peace and hair grease, peace and roast beef, peace and roast grief, live long, prosper. Just run. There it is. Go back out there. Take my phone out. Then leave the phone on just a few more minutes. I don't want any more bill. I want to turn it off now. I think that must have went through. I don't want any money to go out that I can't afford to spend. Let's go back out here in the kitchen. Everything frying up. Frying up, looking good. Mr. Left the pot. Oh, trying to get burnt up in here. Everything frying up. Frying up, looking good. Time to throw the. Oh my goodness. I need a metal thing to do this. You're not supposed to use plastic on a metal. If it don't melt. Time to throw the. Oh my goodness. I need a metal thing to do this. You're not supposed to use plastic. I'm gonna throw my sausage in here. If it don't melt. Time to throw the. Get a little bit more. It's olive oil. I was raised on sausage in here. Crisco oil and bacon grease, and that turned out okay. Had to pray your way through that. We get the sausage, Crisco oil. Throw the sausage up in here. Bacon grease, and that turned out okay. You know let's pray your way through that. You know you had to take care of yourself. Throw the sausage up in here. Bacon grease. That turned out okay. Let's pray your way through that. Throw that in there. Take care of yourself. Throw the sausage up in here. Bacon grease. Put another piece of sausage in here. Put another piece of sausage in here. Say the eggs and the cheese go on last. Let that burn. Say the eggs and the cheese go on last. Let that burn. Say the eggs and the cheese go on last. Let that burn. Say the eggs and the cheese go on last. Let that burn. Say the eggs and the cheese go on last. Let that burn. I need a metal spatula. Do I have anything, a reasonable facsimile thereof? I need a metal. No, I don't have no metal. No metal dispatcher. Just the only thing I can figure is a reasonable facsimile. I don't have no metal spatula. No, I don't have no metal. I guess this. No metal dispatcher. Just the only thing I can figure is a reasonable facsimile. I don't have no metal tablespoon to have to work. No, I don't have no metal. Guess this. No metal dispatcher. Just the only thing I can figure is a reasonable facsimile.
Let this spoon have to work. When sausage is done, throw the eggs in. Shove the eggs in. When sausage is done, throw the eggs in. Shove I accidentally pulled up one of my I accidentally pulled up. Sausage is done, throw the eggs in. One of my. I accidentally pulled up. What's the names? This was a. It broke now. I had some shoestring. What's the name? Shoestring squash. This was a. It broke now. I had some. So you take one at a time. What's the name? Shoestring squash. Put it in. This was a. Kind of go like that. I had some. So you take stems. You can use the stems to make tea. Shoestring squash. Put it in. This was a. Kind of go like that. I had some. So you stems. You can use the stems to make tea. Put it in. Kind of go like that. Stems. Oh, it smells good. Oh, strong. Fresh spice. Oh, it smells good. Oh, strong. Save the stems. Put in my fresh spice cannabis tea. Oh, it smells good. Oh, strong. Save the stems. Put in my fresh spice cannabis tea. Oh, it smells good. Oh, strong. Save the stems. Put in my fresh spice cannabis tea. This one is almost trying to root. Almost trying to root. This one here didn't die. This one is almost trying to root. Almost trying to root. This one here didn't die. This one is almost trying to root. Almost trying to root. This one here didn't die. This one is almost trying to root. Trying to root. This one here didn't die. Stick those in there. Save the sticks for making tea. Stick those in there. Or stems. Save the sticks for making tea. Stick those in there. Or stems. Save the sticks for making tea. Fresh spice. Yeah, I put them in the hydroponics thinking that it was going to root. Sometimes it does, sometimes, whoops, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, I put them in the hydroponics thinking that it was going to root. Sometimes it does, sometimes, whoops, sometimes it does. Yeah, we're going to be into Machina, man, for a minute. So I get my head wrapped around it. I don't have any excuse because the computer is strong enough to handle all the plugins and everything. I shouldn't have any. I shouldn't see much beach ball activity going on. Handle all the plugins and everything. I shouldn't have any. I shouldn't see much beach ball activity going on. Handle all the plugins and everything. I should get this to my neighbor. I shouldn't see much beach ball activity going on. Okay. Now the spice here, and this is whoops, throw that in there. Okay, that's fresh spices. Now the spice here, fresh spice. Whoops. Now the sausage is in there. That's fresh spices. Now the spice here, and this one, I think this one might grow. Whoops. Okay. The sausage is in there, and I take scissors and chop that up. And this one, I think this one might grow. Spice everywhere, everywhere. And I take scissors and chop that up. This died. I think this one might grow. I'm gonna put this back in a little water. Spice everywhere, in a little. container, it might root. A little bit of root trying to hang on here. I'm gonna put this back in the little water. Put it in the water. In a little container, it might root. A little bit of root trying to hang on here. All right. This is ready for the eggs. Oh my goodness. A little bit of root trying to hang on here. Yeah. All right. You don't have This is ready for I need eggs. Oh, I done burned up all the onions. Yeah. All right. You don't have I need I want to throw 2 eggs in here before everything gets before everything disappears completely. You don't have eggshell. Throw 2 eggs in here before everything gets. They say you're not supposed to put eggshells in the garbage disposal or rice. Rice will expand. I think eggshells will too. Throw that cheese right on here. Put eggshells in the garbage disposal or rice. And put the lid on this and turn the fire way down. Let the eggs cook slow. Spice everywhere. And put the lid on this and turn the fire way down. Let the eggs cook slow. Whoops! Spice everywhere. Low. As stuff is made out of clay they use for dirt in the hydroponics. Little balls of clay balls. As stuff is made out of clay they use for dirt in the hydroponics. Alrighty. Little balls of. I'm ready to eat. I don't have any stuff is made out of clay they use for dirt in the preserves to go on my bread. So, and I didn't put any cannabis in with my breakfast. Plenty of tea on my bread. I have some extra tea here, getting ready to boil. So it works better when you fire on. Cannabis in with my breakfast. You think, huh, man? Plenty of tea. Turn the fire on, it works a lot better. It starts to cook. It works better when you fire on. Righty. I'm gonna go and sign off. And then we'll have breakfast. I don't have any I just use bread, regular bread and butter. Bread and butter, old-fashioned bread and butter. Oh, this thick bread, man. Big old giant bread. Bread and butter, old-fashioned bread and butter. Oh, this thick bread, man. Old-fashioned bread. Viking bread. Whoa, man, this is serious Viking bread. Look at this. Now this is break. You can actually break this bread. Viking bread. Whoa, man, this is serious Viking bread. Put some old-fashioned butter. Now this is bread and butter. You can actually break this bread. Viking bread. Whoa, man, this is serious Viking. It's old-fashioned knife. Butter. The bread. Oh, see my eggs trying to cook. It's still. I like my yolks runny. It's old-fashioned knife. I don't know if I can spread this butter on here. It's cold. A lot of people didn't leave their butter in the ice box, so it wouldn't. I don't know if I can. So it wouldn't get spread this butter on. So it would be easy to spread on bread. A lot of people didn't leave their butter in the ice box, so it wouldn't. My father used to be so tickled because he actually remembered a real ice box. When I used to say ice box, he said Carlton with his ice box. Because when I was coming up, there was a real, before I was coming up, there was something really, there was a real ice box. You had to wait for the iceman to come. Because when I was coming up, and you had to have a little tray down the bottom to catch the water when it melted. And then they had a electric ice box. They tried to have a little bit of refrigerator going on up in there. And then they had a electric ice box. I don't want my egg to overcook. A little bit of refrigerator going on up in there. And then they had a electric ice box. I want to turn the fire off and let it just go with the heat that's in the oven, in the pan. But I got to get in here, hurry up, sign off. Turn the fire off. Did I turn my card off? Let it just go with the heat that's in the oven, in the pan. I turned my card off. But I got to get in here, hurry up, sign off. Turn the fire off. In case I'm accidentally Says I'm accidentally
turn my card off.
have something in my, in case I'm accidentally subscribe. Accidentally subscribe. Have something in my, in case I'm accidentally subscribe. Accidentally subscribe. Have I think I turned it off. Subscribe. Accidentally subscribe. I think I turned it off. Subscribe. Accidentally subscribe. I think I turned it off. Just trying to get, I don't want this egg to overcook. I like my yolks runny. Still got some time. I think I have enough time to go in here to sign off. Just trying to get, I don't want this egg I think I have enough time to go in here and sign off. I like my yolks runny. And come on in here and watch me some movies. I have enough time to go in here to sign off. Just trying to get, I don't want this egg I think I have enough time to go in here. Boy, I've been looping. Hope I ain't been looping all this time. Come on in here and watch me some. Hope you guys been listening to this loop all this time. Boy, I've been looping. Hope I ain't been looping all this time. I've been looping all this time. I'm about to throw this video away. But anyway, peace and love, peace and hair grease, peace and roast beef, peace and roast grief. Live long and prosper. Let's see here. See if we can see anything besides myself. Still in the kitchen in there. Here we are, back in the bedroom studio. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off before my eggs get any hotter than they are. I'm out. I'm quitting everything. Quit.